So the town of Apex, it's a great area located right outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. We've definitely got the southern hospitality going on. We've got a great little historic downtown district full of restaurants and shops. We've got a lot of activities in our area. We've really got some excellent parks in town, but really it's the people that make this town special. So having a reliable fleet is, really important for the day-to-day operations of our town. We support both police and fire vehicles. The town's fleet consists of 400 vehicles and 230 pieces of equipment. With us being a municipality, we are supported by our tax revenue. So it's important that we use those funds in a fiscally responsible way. The better we can serve these vehicles before they impose that downtime, the more efficient and effective our fleet operations will be.
Yeah, so Bill, you're the first fleet manager in the town of Apex. So what necessitated, this role for the town?
Yeah, so I've been with the fleet for about a year now. Our population's been growing pretty rapidly, so our fleet's going to be growing with that. The town, they saw that there was a need for proactive fleet management moving forward.
So what were some of the early things that you noticed as opportunities to quickly improve upon?
My first big goals was to first learn the Fleetio software so I could understand the data and be able to pull that data out. And I was really able to pick up the software in just a couple of days. Then I started looking at our legacy data from some of our older vehicles. From the support from Fleetio and from the help center, we were able to bulk upload a lot of that information. So, thankfully our data, it's never been more accurate and we can really make educated decisions moving forward.
So, Bill, can you tell me what some of your goals are for, the rest of the year?
Yeah, really just to continue to optimize our fleet operations. And we are going to be starting some utilization compliance here in the future. So, hopefully we can make some big improvements with utilization across the fleet.
Nice.
Yeah, so one of our big goals is a minimum of 80% PM on-time compliance. The better that we can service these vehicles and maintain them, ideally there will be less breakdown time in the field. Another metric that we look at pretty regularly is our scheduled versus unscheduled work orders. Perfect world, we'd like to be about 20% unscheduled and 80% scheduled. That's what we've been working towards.
No, that's awesome. That's right where you're at. You're at 80% all-time compliance, which is your metric. I would love to work with you to see, how we can improve that, 90, 95, even beyond that. Mm-hmm. But the fact that you've been able to not just meet, but retain 80% compliance, kudos to you and the team for that, because that's not an easy task.
Thank you. Thank you.
What role does Fleetio play in that picture to meet those goals for you?
Not only does Fleetio house all of our data, but it's also where we pull all of our data and generate our reporting. So Fleetio has been integral to the daily workings of our department. We try to use as much of the data as possible throughout our entire operations. We've got a geotab device in every one of our vehicles. A lot of the data that we pull from the devices are vital in the fleet decisions that we've been making.
What we do in public works affects everyone. We cannot operate effectively without having all the right tools. I have daily reports set up, weekly, monthly, work orders, fuel. If I have a question on a work order, I can go and look at the reports. I don't have to ask my team. The reports are so well laid out that I can find out about anything on any day at any given time. It's important for us to make sure that we have the right systems in place to provide excellence in service delivery, and that's just my number one goal.
Was there a specific moment where you realized that you needed a tool like Fleetio?
I've been saying it since I got here that data was hard to read and look at history on vehicles, which was always super tough because we'd rely on the history of the vehicles to see what to do, what's not do, and that kind of thing. And Fleetio's made it so easy. A lot of times before a vehicle would come in with a check engine light, somebody would go out there, read the code. It wasn't anything major, so they would just clear the code, and it would never be put into the old system as to, hey, this is the code I found, I just cleared it. If it comes back, it could be a recurring issue, where Fleetio makes it easy enough to make a work order. That way you can easily look back and see that code's been recurring.